Guess that I'll get by. Well, I shaved my head and I grew out a beard, and now I only wear plaid. I always like I steer. I'm moving to LA. I'm writing a screenplay, but it's not about you or what we were. It's about a new girl you've never met her. She's just got your name, and she looks exactly the same. Tell me you know. Tell me it's okay that I dropped right off the map, and I'm falling every day. Tell me you know. Tell me it's okay, 'cause you'll find me anyway. Yeah, if you see me walking by, well, I guarantee it's some other guy, 'cause I'm not there. Yeah, I'm always elsewhere. I changed my name, I had it approved. They wrote it down, you won't see it soon. I guess you'll see there's not much to me. I guess with me there's not much to see. Tell me you know. Tell me it's okay that I dropped right off the map, and I'm falling every day. Tell me you know. Tell me it's okay, 'cause you'll find me anyway. And now you'll see that there's not much left of me. Well, once I hear I'll cross your path, I'll hurry away, you'll stifle a laugh. It's not that I'm scared, you just caught me unaware. Well, I know it's been a couple of years, but still I'm surprised we ended up here. We'll talk a bit to see what we've lost. You'll stop when you see you're a bit better off. Tell me you know. Tell me it's okay that I dropped right off the map, and I'm falling every day. Tell me you know. Tell me it's okay, 'cause you'll find me anyway. You'll find me anyway.
Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the United States Cup. Here we are with our second match of our weekend block. Our beautiful Friday night here is going to be Maryland versus Florida, getting it while the iron is hot. Maryland facing one of their higher seeds in recent memory. They've been having a bit of a struggle getting all their members back up and in playing order, but all members available this time around. Florida, of course, been on a bit of a down tilt, but looking to get their record back in the positives this year. My name is Haba. Joining me on this cast is Tynama. How are you feeling about the matchup?
Good morning, it's not morning, it's night time. This is Friday night. This matchup is a matchup of all time. We got Maryland and Florida. Maryland has a crazy team this year. I don't know if there's any like tournament goers, but like this is a crazy like Maryland team just from like tourney experience alone. Florida also is not one to sleep on. I think overall though this match generally favors Maryland, but I can definitely see some breakpoints happening.
Yeah, this is a match where I think the skill sets are a bit polarized, right? This Maryland roster, you look at a lot of those players, you see a whole lot of tapping prowess, you see a whole lot of reading and gimmick prowess, but you look at this Florida team, they are just so aim forward with S. Dot, with Zimby. Those are players that like just kind of run weekly multis dedicated to pushing aim skill cap, and like just love these high spacing maps. So it's going to be Maryland picking a lot of the tapping and reading. It's going to be Florida picking a lot of that aim mechanics, and this pool's got a hearty bit of it. So I could see this coming down to a 3-5 wire even, but. I do hear Crab Rave in the background, so I do believe we're going to be pivoting to a quick warm up.
Quick warm up, more like peak warm up. Holy, we got this is the crabs versus the crackheads if you think about it.
Wait, both of them picked crazy banger warm ups because it's Maryland with Crab Rave and Florida with Club Can't Handle Me by Flo Rida.
Oh my gosh.
So,
shout out USC, the warm ups always peak.
Yeah, this one, a Maryland classic here. Oh, this is funny. The usernames have not loaded quite yet on the stream. We don't really know who's playing, but take your guess as to who would take Hidden Hard Rock on this. One would assume probably Zimby.
Yeah. I wonder. Same with the Easy on Maryland. I really wonder who that would be a part of the Maryland roster. Could be a few people actually.
The Easy? I suppose like Gilgamesh or Catball, probably.
Yeah, those are the names that come in my head.
We know Gilgamesh isn't the hidden. That guy, like, forced to play hidden, but notably complains about it every time. But just a moment here while we're getting this warm-up down. I'm very curious to hear your opinion on, like, warm-up rules in general, because 5 USC did something interesting this year where they removed warm-ups entirely out of fear of DMCA. That was interesting.
So like I'm an old head, right? I've been playing the game since 2013. Warm-ups is like magic of tournaments, you know? It's like the part of the magic. It's the cherry on top. It's what makes it fun for the most part. And granted, that fun can be like different for other people. Some people don't like the ear rape blasted music. Some people find it funny. But like that's part of the magic with warm-ups, so I am always in favor of having warm-ups. But the DMCA claim is a very valid claim, and worry.
Yeah, I just like it's something I wouldn't have even considered. Like, having refs vet the warm-ups beforehand, a little unfortunate for them. So, condolences to tradition in those lower rank ranges. I know, those 5 digits love the tradition, but this one. I think this is a new warm-up for Florida. I don't recall this being in previous Florida years. So I think this is just S. Dot influence bringing us to some high SR aim as their warm-up here. 4 minutes of Club Can't Handle Me. Oh boy. Thank you, Flo Rida, Florida.
Absolute jammer. One thing I do want to know, double check before the roster, but Minus is one of the few players in this entire tournament that has played every single iteration of United States Cup, which I think is super awesome. We got the arms showing up for Maryland, yeah.
That is curious,
That
actually.
is, I mean, that's what I'm
Holy
seeing on Sheet.
guacamole! Shout out
Yeah,
2017, back when they were Kara.
there's
Uh,
only 2 players in this entire tournament that hold that title. It is Mochi Cookie and Minor.
Shout out to Maryland being the most confusing team of all time in terms of rosters. Because literally, they could be like running a top 6 roster every year if their players played the game. Like, thinking about like Costco Hot Dog, who's been inactive
Oh
this year
my
in comparison
gosh.
to previous years. Thinking
Yeah, no
about
kidding.
like Kama, Monko 2K, Monko
Oh
2K,
man.
the first captain of Maryland's history.
The biggest what if
Kama,
team, one of the biggest.
yeah, for sure. But notably, throughout all those players, there is the consistency of like big tapping focus, big gimmick focus has been their bread and butter for a normal number of years. It's sort of like the Washington pre-Washington for the Maryland side, and of course, Florida. You have to consider that that number 1 run they had in 2021, the podium for 5 years in a
Oh,
row,
for sure.
or near podium. They had a break with 4th place in 2020, but near podium for 6 years in a row. Every year,
Yeah.
exception to that 2020. So, you know, shows the passing of time, of course, with modern day Florida. But
For sure. Definitely not their strongest roster ever, but still one you cannot sleep on. Like you said earlier, this is like a really solid aim team that just grinds the aim mechanics, which does make me a little worried about these earlier stages on these easier pools. They may struggle a bit finding those kind of like aim orientated picks.
yeah, and to that point, you're looking at the members in right now for Florida. You have Bona 8 Sandwich, who is their, I believe, like 5WCB team player, and MC Conquer, who's their tapping player, and they're still outscoring Maryland on the aim warm-up. So if it's any
Oh.
consolidation, this is not their aim roster. And they're gonna be liking the aim a lot in this match. Of course,
This
as
is-
soon as I said that, they have been cursed and dropped 30k points.
Oh
back
yeah,
over, but,
I
you
mean
know.
bat ball moment. Like bat ball was holding a combo through that entire section. Just bat ball thing.
That is the way. But
This
Paul,
is Florida's
Florida's
warm up thing.
this is Florida's warm up. Yeah, after
Yeah,
this, we're
it's
gonna
the
be
crab's river.
getting into the meat and potatoes after this. Ideally, as much as I love the traditions, I yearn for strategy. That's why I'm here. I yearn for
You
picks
didn't
and
even
pans.
have- I don't even think you had warm ups in your own tournament. That funny enough, I actually got that tournament.
Yes. I don't. Yeah, no. I don't think I did that. I don't. I don't know. That time is a blur in my head.
We do have the names visible now, so we
Oh,
are
yeah.
able to tell who's who, and it looks super clean. Shout out the overlay.
Would you believe me, chat, if I told you this was done in a 8-hour period today?
That
It was a
actually
grind
insane,
today.
genuinely insane that they just cranked this out.
Raw grind. Shout out Shaduz, the botter and cheater and coder of OC tournaments today. Just like always rowdy. Always stay rowdy, Shaduz. We love to see you around. Finland supporting the
For
USC.
sure.
But finally, warm-ups out of the way. Rolls inbound.
Can get
Florida
right into
versus
it.
Maryland. I think Florida probably kind of hates reading against this team. No, like this is the hidden two ban of all time, surely.
Surely, right?
Like I'm just thinking like AR7, CS5. Like it's gonna be a rough time for
They
Florida
can't ban the old
competitively.
map. That's criminal, man.
Uh, Florida used to be a reading team.
Take me back,
Florida,
take me back.
Florida used to be a very cozy reading team. Not so much these days, I would reckon. But Maryland winning the role here. Gonna be seeing momentarily what orders they go for.
Mhm.
It's saying ban order instead of first or second ban rules, actually. Buying a little bit more time here for Maryland. If they go first ban, it's like the least efficient thing ever. There we go. Yeah, second ban for them. And again, like I mentioned, I think the picks here are going to be very polarized. So Florida likely to. Oh wow, that's the first pick Gambit here. That's the kind of thing you only see in these like
The earlier
best
stages.
of these earlier stages where
Best of nine.
last pick has so much like so much on your side, getting that last pick of the match, which you get in turn via first pick. If it goes down to the wire of tiebreaker,
For sure.
you're sort of putting fate in your own hands.
I'm just waiting to see what Florida bans. Saying the hidden two, that would be pretty good. But also, like, just looking at this Maryland roster, like any of the tapping maps would also be fairly valid. And I believe there is 2 bans, correct?
Just one for these early stages.
Ooh.
Just gonna be one.
Ooh,
I
that
think.
is
I think
spicy.
if they go for tapping, oh my God, hop on deadlock! Shout out that one tournament. So I think it's Fremont 3 if they ban tapping, right? Like because you think of tapping / reading players, you're thinking
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
you're
true.
thinking of Gilgamesh on that map. You're thinking of Batball on that map on the hidden. Probably minus on Hard Rock, but
For
no, it's
sure.
gonna be the hidden too.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that's
misclick.
overall just the safest ban for the hidden two into this
Yeah.
Maryland roster.
It's just a map that's so hard to be consistent on without that
Unfortunately.
baseline.
It's okay, there's plenty of other old maps in this pool, so.
Oh yeah, shout out to the plethora. Shinzin in a pool in 2026 society.
Pool so old and so good makes me wish I was playing.
Okay, MC Con, leaving Fremont 2 open is not the same as leaving an old map open. That's like
Yeah.
that's AJT pseudo old map, which is appreciated in our modern era, but
Yeah, I mean, Arundel is like probably the best modern old mapper. Like imitates the style like the closest, but like it's still like relatively way more accessible than that hidden two. Especially considering that you're not forced to play hidden.
for sure. Thinking of like the easy flashlight players of the world, like this is a tried and true USC tradition that I'm sure will be placed once again here.
Yeah, I can't wait to see who of this stage will easy flashlight that Blood 2. My eyes are looking at like Stacker Joe.
And
We're still waiting for Maryland's ban here. What do you
HR1, there we
think?
go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this I was expecting DT1, but I suppose this makes sense. A little bit more DT prowess there. This HR1 is just really like I don't know. It's that song is so repetitive. I feel like there's a bit of a focus diff, especially if you're not cozy on the 260 aim elements. Like there's a lot of snap in there. There's a lot of
Yeah,
uncomfortability,
sure.
plus the monotony of the song. You know, a little bit tricky there. So getting rid of that HR1 as opposed to the DT1 or the hidden one, or not hidden one, Nomad one, which is has those rhythm elements that I'm sure Maryland is fond of.
for sure, especially considering it's 30 minutes long, one of the longer maps in this pool. And while like DT1 is like only a minute and a half long, it's more of a coin flip. Which like I believe the like consistency of tourney players of this Maryland roster is just much more comfortable to take that coin flip gamble on.
That's some other maps in this pool that I think are going to be fairly contested. I'm looking at something like the Creator against these two teams. Like, that's going to be a close
Such a good tourney pick. Put me in, coach. Put me in, coach.
Just like the high air comfort there. Nomad 2 as well. Nomad 2, I mean, Glacier Fall is a pretty aimy tech map. Like,
It really is, especially
once
with
you
those wiggles in the second half.
yeah, once you get down the like reading elements of that map, like the baseline post sight read, like that is just kind of aim comfort, but like a little bit more complex. So it's up to Florida here. First pick on their side.
Yeah, I wonder what they're gonna go with. Probably something aimy. I could see a Nomad 1. Maybe that DT 1. No, probably not. It is only 200 BPM, so. But it's actually a bit more spicy. And they are gonna go with the Creator, the Nomad 4 high AR alt with some 1.6 sprinkled throughout.
Yeah, this is a very curious first pick because I did just mention it being like a more
Yeah.
contestable map. I think there's something to be said about this pool and high AR. There is like a 1-to-1 correlation between like if you win a map like this Nomad 4, you suddenly have DT1 in the back pocket because stylistically they're very similar. This map has a little bit more rhythm
for
difficulty.
sure.
But they're both like hybrid, have the aim, have the alt elements. Both are Air 10. Like and with that HR1 ban, like it's sort of leading up to this sort of double pick from Florida if the consistency holds.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely do see the merit in picking the more like coin tossy maps first, get those out of the way. But also, like, it really is risky being your first match, especially some of these players. I believe it's their first time playing USC. Senzek and Vona 8 Sandwich for this Florida roster. We'll see if they head it in here. I'm not sure what kind of players those are.
Yes, Senzek I am a bit unfamiliar on. Vona 8 Sandwich I know is going to be the hidden player for the Florida roster.
Yes.
I believe played for that 5WCB team as their main hidden player there. But it's not going to come down to those new players. It's going to be some returning faces here in Melon Berries, now known as Grind Fiction. Estot and Zimby going to be in for the high AR mechanics. And this makes a lot of sense. These are the highest ranked players on this team, going to be a little bit more comfortable with these high variance maps.
The good luck, have fun's come out as we load into the ominous background of, oh gosh, Yosei Teikoku, the Creator. I've played this map since, like, I want to say it came out. Like, I've known this map since I started playing. It's like that, the combination of high AR 10. This I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was ranked before you could put decimals in your difficulty settings for beat maps. So you could either go AR 9 or AR 10. I might just be completely wrong about that. But like the combination of this AR 10 and these like older patterns makes a really interesting dynamic for this pick.
Yeah, there is a like 1-to-1 comparison between maps mapped by Make-You in this era and Satin. This is a curious start though. It is Melon Berries with a secondary break, broken that first 20 combo alongside Gilgamesh, unable to be matched post this section. Zimby back and forth is causing a slider break there as well, and it seems there's a little bit of uncomfortability for Melon Berries in the opening of this map and be given this 90k lead back over on Maryland's side.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. About the
That's
we're gonna see a disconnect from Zimby, perhaps.
Remains to be seen. We may be getting a screenshot at the end. Best case scenario. Worst case scenario, this lead is just gonna keep growing unless we see a triple break
Uh,
now. And
It'd
it
be
needs
really
to be a
unfortunate.
continued triple break because Estot is the only combo for Florida.
So we are getting word that it is an accidental disconnect of the lobby. That kind of muscle memory during the break of double clicking that escape button is like I've been there. It's happened. It sucks.
Yeah, this is deeply unfortunate. Gilgamesh the only one to drop for Maryland. Estot, you're seeing the shake in the cursor. I don't think he knows what's occurred because there hasn't been a break since that disconnect. It's already 500k. This one is way long gone. And Zimby accidentally pressing that escape key. You gotta unbind that middle mouse button a little bit if you wanna prevent such mistakes here. But it's by circumstance. Maryland's point victory, and I mean, given the performance of Florida here, Melonberry is just not having the greatest time. I think this is a foregone conclusion. If it is any consolidation, it was likely to be a break point regardless. You're sort of just looking to not let this totally damage your mental if you're Florida.
Yeah, this is just one you gotta like shake off. You gotta kind of laugh at it a little and just focus on the next picks. Even though this is your first pick and dropping the first pick is a little spicy, these scores for Maryland is like really solid. Despite the earlier miss from Gilgamesh, recovered very nicely. Minus does find the break on that second FC for Maryland, but that ball's still holding strong. Estat also with the full combo right now, but I'm not sure it would have mattered too much.
Yeah, and Estot, this is a player that, like, used to be very active in tournaments in his first year for USC, a little bit less so this year, so I was wondering how the consistency would look coming in. Strong showing off rip with that Creator FC, matched no longer by Batball, actually missing in that final 100 combo with the
Only
slightly better
FC.
accuracy.
Only
But yeah,
FC going to Estat on Team Florida, but that will be the first break point of this match for the first pick. 1-0 Maryland.
very solid beginnings there for MD, who are going to be getting pick advantage, trying to consolidate that breakpoint in the coming moments. Looking again at some of these reading maps, some of these tapping maps, something like a free mod 2, free mod 3, no mod 5, any one of those three likely to be in their future.
For sure. I'm really wondering, since they talked about that free mod 2 leaving it open, I wonder if they go straight into that free mod 2 for like kind of the like safety net. Since they did end up banning that hidden 2, free mod 2 is like the next closest thing. But maybe they want to do the same sort of strat Florida went with and pick some of the more like toss-up maps first before going into like the for sure wins.
Yeah, I suppose, like, if you're looking for something more in the realm of toss-up-y, but still advantage your team, you're looking at something like BT3 in a Kasha simulator. It's that, like, 230 BPM snap aim with the reading elements, but they're going to be going for Glacier Pull instead. And this also sort of fits the bill, right? There's a lot of reading elements in this Glacier Fall pick. A lot of tech comfort required, but it of course needs that baseline aim comfort, so it could go either way here. Will practice make perfect, or will Florida find that edge once more? You see Estot already in the lobby, likely to be in for this one as well.
Yeah, for sure. And this is a map that, like, if you haven't practiced, it can be a pretty big jump throw. I hope everybody has practiced this map, despite it being the round of 31. Like, this is a map, like, it's Scub Domino, it's tech. If you don't know this map, you're under a rock. This is just a really cool map to see in tournaments. I can see this Maryland roster doing really good on this. And for them going into this map, which is not any of their like reading comfort or speed comfort that we thought of originally, is kind of to tells us the confidence of this Maryland roster in this match.
Yeah, and I mean, seeing the players in the lobby, we do see our first swap out. I believe White Phoenix not playing that last map. It's going to be Gilgamesh Batball remaining in, though. Gilgamesh shows his tech a little bit. You don't really see him in on Nomad Force terribly often, but I recall LGA last year getting a couple points on that Nomad 4 with some solid score advantages his way. On the other side for Florida, you're seeing Zimby S. remain true, and they're getting their swap out for their lowest ranked member as well. Vona 8 Sandwich entering the lobby looking to put those reading chops to the test as we get into Glacier Fall. Plenty of stack reading, plenty of aim. Watch out for the slider ticks early, though.
For sure, and Vona 8 Sandwich, their USC debut, welcome. And yeah, as for Gilgamesh coming in, it makes sense because this is more of like a reading tech map. If you like, I know it said it's a practice map, but like practice maps in a sense are like reading heavy because the easier or the better of a reading player you are, the easier the practice is gonna be. White Phoenix is a really good tech player overall, really good hard rock player, and overall just general consistency. So this is a really, and that on top of Batball, those are the people you want to take a look at this match. As we get into the course, and I think Vona 8 Sandwich is the first to miss.
Yeah, found a very early slider break before even the big sliders, so it's that aim comfort that I mentioned. Striking just a little bit way early on, and it's not going to affect as much, at least not nearly as much as that Gilgamesh break will. And right now it's a chain miss for S-Dot on the back.
S-Dot and Batball both trade misses. Yeah, no, and White Phoenix actually drops. It is only Zimby with the combo, and now all eyes on Zimby, seeing if they can claw it back, and they do take the score lead, 50k in increasing. 400, that amazing recovery on Vona 8 Sandwich, and of course, Caster Curse kicks in, but Zimby still holding on amazing. You still got a third of the map left. No combos on the side of Maryland. They need Zimby to break here.
Yeah, that top buzz slider that Vona broke on, it's one of those tricky ones that you don't think you have to aim, but then there it goes. But Zimby holding on to the sole combo in the lobby, and this is going to be just held on tight here. Gilgamesh and Batball only making up a mere semblance of what Zimby can do at full power here. Nearly 98% accuracy to boot alongside it.
For real.
And right now, I mean, double breakpoint to kick us off here, and it's due to the skill set advantages, right?
Yeah.
I mean, ignoring that unfortunate creator score for Melton Berries, I mean, that the creator featured the rhythm difficulty. Maryland had the advantage on the rhythm, and this map featuring that aim baseline leaves Zimby in the lead with a 920k FC and a 240k lead to boot.
Yeah, that is going to be our second breakpoint of this match. Florida taking it on the back of Zimby. Both the coin tosses coming out in the first two picks, and both of them not going in the favor. We may have a match on our hands.
Yeah, but now Florida remains to be seen where they go here. It does seem like they're picking, like, they're immediately ignoring these maps that could be like three-way FCable, right? Like, you're not trying to leave things up to chance with a Nomad 1. You're not trying to be a little fearful with something like a DT2 because it's like the easiest of our tapping options there. But both the Creator and Glacier Fall, higher variance maps in this pool, likely to remain similar. And I mean, based on the pattern, I'm looking at this DT1. It's another high variance map. It has the aim they like.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think DT1 would be a great pick for Florida right now. It is a little scary into this Maryland roster, but what isn't scary into this Maryland roster? And Florida will be going for this Nomad 3.
Shout out to No Wi-Fi for getting out of type for a moment. This is Density Streams.
Ooh, streams.
And given everything I've said so far, like, What?
Yeah, wait, hold on a second. I'm like, ooh, I like streams. Wait, who picked streams? Florida? The AIM team?
Not even just that, they picked AR 9.3 stream. They didn't even go like free mod 1 200 BPM consistency situation, like where you could have some hard rock comfort. No, they're going for this. And this map, it features one cut stream in the beginning. It features some XL decel in the latter half with some like moderate star aim in the middle. But this is one of those maps where I'm like, this could be a consistent three-way for a lot of teams in this tournament. And so I'm really curious to see the rosters that we are going to be having in here for our respective teams. It looks like the back to the core for Florida, it's Melonberries hopping back in alongside Zimby S-Dot. And no Wi-Fi swapping out for White Phoenix, at least for a moment. Remains to be seen at that stage.
Yeah, I can kind of see what but oh, minus. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Gosh, both these rosters are so good. I can't lie. I do really like Florida's roster on this. I can't lie.
Why I'm perplexed here, where is MC Conqueror? This like
Yeah, that's
MC
a good
Conqueror
question.
is on the team for streams and tapping and whatnot, so I'm a little bit surprised not to see him in for what is like the truest stream map of the pool. I guess we'll see how the flow aim fares if we can consolidate our consistencies a little bit for these respective rosters. And already we're seeing an early break on the aim for Gilgamesh here. Not going to matter too much, all things considered. It could flicker back just due to accuracy. There's that first cut
There's
stream.
that cut stream. Yeah, lots of 50s dropping out, but nobody breaking. Except the grind fiction does break. That's going to give the early advantage to Maryland. Especially considering those accuracies. Overall accuracies are pretty good, except for Melonberry.
Yeah, the FC for this map, I believe, floats around 850 to 900 combo, so
Oh my gosh,
being
that's
down
so
200 early in a sub 2-minute pick like this, it can be really scary.
Yeah.
Melonberry is just maybe a little bit nerve dipped early on here, especially on those jumps. The linear is so scary, but not gonna matter here as we get into our XL section momentarily. Big tapping and finger control, at least in comparison to the rest of the map. Gilgamesh finds the overhand.
Yeah, Gilgamesh chain missing that stream. That's going to give Florida and Dotball dropping. They've fallen down the stairs. And Florida is going to push out ahead, but there's big chain misses from Melonberries. Still, they secured themselves a 60 to 70k score lead. Those two FCs coming out from Zimby and S-Dot, holding them together as we get into this last quarter of the map. The score lead is exponentially growing.
Yeah, Florida looking very cozy here on this double FC. It's just the slight nerves from Melonberry still striking out, but S-Dot falls. Zimby still has it covered. It's Zimby once again.
And Zimby again carrying Florida on their back to close out their own pick, and we have a Florida lead over Maryland, 1-2. That, you know, we were really questioning it, but like I believe the overall skill cap just like pushes through on that one, and maybe we see some unlucky misses from Maryland, but that was a really solid score for Team Florida, nearly 2 FCs. Good acts from both those players as well.
Yeah, I mean, the core went back in, did their job. I do see MC Conqueror in the chat saying maybe he should have gone in third over Melonberries, but you know, we learn and we grow. It's no point lost from it. So it's still a consolidation there. Florida back in the lead, all things as they should be, with Maryland trying to get their next pick as a victory to tie it up again.
Yeah, and you kind of wonder what Maryland goes into. They won the Nomad for the creator. They picked Glacier Fall and lost. So you really wonder if they go into that tapping. However, they did just use the quote Nomad 2 streamy map. So I think they go into Gimmick perhaps, since Florida banned him too. I feel like you go free mod 2 here. At least get something on the board.
Yeah, and I suppose maybe even like a DT2 situation, like leading into Bamboo Dance, because Bamboo Dance, let's keep it a buck. The streams in that map are not going anywhere. The misses that Maryland got were primarily on flow aim. Meanwhile, the
Mhm.
tapping presented on TT2 is mostly finger control, it's mostly stack burst, it's nothing that they're gonna struggle on the flow with.
Could see a Freebot 3 in that case then too. And it seems they are gonna go with the Freebot 2 gimmick, the general safe gimmick around the old map style. This is also
Yo
a short map though.
Jin Collab. Yes, this is another short map. This is sub 2 minutes. This is uh Fremont 2 tradition of being like at least old style mapping in the USC. Very easy friendly in our round of 32 stage. We'll have to see
Ooh,
if anyone
yeah.
pulls our Stacker Joe easy flashlight scenario. Shout outs to the replay there. But for Florida, you immediately see Bona 8 Sandwich hop in the lobby, S. Dot remaining as well. Likely to be our hidden and hard rock respectively. Remains to be seen who's going to fill up that third spot. But Maryland has a very comfortable roster on this with that ball
Oh
hidden
yeah.
Gilgamesh
Oh my
easy
God.
and White Phoenix hard rock. Like on a
That is
map
a
of this
nasty,
SR.
that's a nasty roster. I definitely see the Gilgamesh easy map all hidden and White Phoenix Hard Rock, although for the Florida side, I wonder if we see double Hard Rock.
I could see it with Zimby and S. Dot. I don't know. Stop being in on that Nomad 3 is throwing me for a loop. Maybe he's got some other tricks up his sleeve. What Madi's taking, but at least
Sure.
predictions wise, it would have to be the double HR on Zimby S. Dot, Bona 8
Yeah.
taking that hidden.
Which I do like with the way this map is mapped, I believe Hard Rock is generally harder. And yeah, we are gonna see the double Hard Rock. However, that's not the most exciting thing we see on the screen because Gilgamesh is going easy flashlight. We were just talking about it earlier, hoping that somebody goes easy flashlight, and we're gonna see. And we'll also see easy on Bat Ball as well. This, get your popcorn out, boys, because this is gonna be a show.
Yeah, and it's early breaks here for Bona as well as White Phoenix on that first stream. And it's actually an advantage Florida for the time being because we don't have our easy mults pre-prep.
True.
So remains to be seen, but S. Dot finding a handful of breaks here. You're seeing that cursor shake. He is having a little bit of
Double
struggle
misses on the
here.
Hard Rock. Yeah, double misses on the Hard Rock. And we do see White Phoenix on the hidden Hard Rock. This is a crazy overbomb. It actually makes sense in hindsight, White Phoenix going the hidden Hard Rock. Generally prefers the hidden Hard Rock, but we do see S-Dot with another break. This map is really short. We're already halfway through. Only full combo on Bona. Their first USC showing here in this match. White Phoenix does break the hidden Hard Rock, and Maryland is actually was winning before the easy double, but Gilgamesh holding that SS with easy flashlight. I'm not sure, like they're still winning before the easy double, and yeah, that miss from Bona 8 Sandwich kind of seals the nail in the coffin, but Gilgamesh does find a break, unfortunately. So we will not be seeing the easy flashlight full combo this match.
A little bit unfortunate there for Gilgamesh. He posted his his easy flashlight SS in the spam channel just a couple days ago, so you know he can do it. But it's gonna be that SS from Bat Ball White Phoenix with the solid 624, and Florida unfortunately struggling that bit on the gimmick, hence the hidden two ban.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a new day is upon us. Florida.
Still, really crazy Maryland team score overall. That 620K from White Phoenix is really solid on Hidden Hard Rock. Like, I'm not sure if there's too many teams that can match or beat that.
Yeah.
And the score will be tied up on
Yeah.
now. 2-2. It is Florida's pick. And I really don't know what they will go into. I think DT1 is fairly safe, considering the variance of the other previous scores or maps they picked in one.
Probably. I think the worry just goes back down to that no mod 4. I don't think this DT1 has as much like rhythm or flow aim difficulty, but there's definitely that snap alt presentation that was also in the creator that led to some hiccups. So I'm curious to see who their third would be on something like that, but I mean, I think Estot needs a little break personally, given the cruiser shake on that last map. Give the man a break. I'm perplexed on where they go here. DT1 seems like the obvious answer, but I just have to think of like where they go after, and it's a little scary. But
there's also oh, they do go Fremont 3. Wait, hold on. Oh, our analysis is backfiring on us. The aim team is picking the speed.
Okay, so hear me out. This
I'm
is
hearing
the hear me out of all time.
hearing
Let me. I need to double check MC Conqueror's things real quick. Never mind, I can't spell his name. Okay, so true. So, I think Zimby, Hard Rock, S. No Mod, MC Conqueror, Hidden.
They need 3 mods though.
They only need 2. I think. No?
I think it's 3. Is it?
No, you just need 2 unique mods is the rule. So for Maryland last time, Easy doesn't count as a unique mod, hence why one of them needed Easy Flashlight.
Oh, that makes sense.
So Flashlight counts as a unique mod. Hidden and Hard Rock are both unique mods.
It's been a while since I played USC. I'm bench. I'm Unk.
Didn't you play last year?
Hey, a year is a long time.
It is a full. This is the first time Gilgamesh is out of the lobby as we lead into this Fremont 3. It is Wraith and Minus hopping in. Wraith, a player with a number of 800 BP speed plays to his name. Very solid player there. Has mentioned in passing that this may be his final United States Cup ever. So curious to see how much practice he's putting in for this final iteration for him, perhaps. If previous words remain to be true, but my prediction was right. Yippee! It's Hard Rock on Zimby and Hidden on MC Conquer, No Mod on S. and Wraith, looking to remain consistent on the No Mod with Minus on the HR and Batball on the Hidden on Maryland's side.
Yeah, no overmod for the side of Maryland as we get into this spinner here. This is like, people need to map more of these like Taiko songs. They're like so great. Shocker, rhythm game song, good for rhythm game. We do see the first break coming out from Minus, and overall really low accuracy, getting maybe like has a setting wrong or like jump scared by the beat map itself. We do see Wraith with another miss, and that's going to give an early advantage to the triple FC of Florida. Overall looking like a pretty solid pick into this intro. I say intro, but we're already a third through the map.
Yeah, I mean, the accuracy is putting in work. You see Zimby, who also dropped a number of 100s there, and the comparison between the two is still like 80k difference. A bulk of Florida's lead right now is just off the back of Minus's unfortunate intro. It is Batball holding on tight. Ooh. MC on Conqueror dropping the hidden mod there. So it's combo advantage on the side of Maryland, but there's a third of map remaining, and down goes Minus again.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and we're getting into the last third. 50s dropped by Asdot. Still holding on though, securing themselves a 120k score lead. This is looking really good for Florida. Another thing you do have to note is that both these teams and states are in the East Coast. It is currently midnight for them, almost 1 a.m. So maybe they're not as pumpy on this speed, but Concord finds another break. Still those double full combos. Like, I don't know if there's enough time for Maryland to bring it back, even if we see a double break.
Well, a double break would do it for sure with the mods, but unfortunately, accuracy on bat ball and
Yeah.
Wraith doing a
Wow.
lot of work, but Florida, the consistency holding on a little bit
Wow.
truer there. It is actually primarily the accuracy. Zimby
Yeah.
matching bat ball, Wraith with a very early miss, being the 100k decider between himself and S. Dot. And S. Dot, primarily not known as the tapping player, all rounding this pool so far, bringing back the nerves, clocking in another FC alongside Zimby, who both of which have been in for every map thus far. Florida Core not holding back, as it is a 3-2
Sure.
lead.
They showed up to play USC and they are playing USC. Those two FC's great performance, giving Florida the lead 3-2, and it is now Maryland's pick. And you look at this pool and you realize that like there's not too much gimmick left, if any at all. You see a Happy 30 map. It's an old tapping map. Um,
Yeah, I do see that Fremont 1 still being potential. That map really gonna come down to consistency and nerves, which, like, Florida, for all the FCs they are getting, seem to be struggling with nerve issues on their core 3. So, like, that is going to be a big question mark whether or not Maryland goes there, especially with potential mod advantages. Hidden 1 also still on the table. That map is Air 9 density. And given how one-sided that free mod 2 was, I'm a little unsure if Florida or Maryland, like if Florida can bring up a strong enough hidden roster to the table. But it could be no mod 1? What is this match, Dynamo? What are these picks?
yeah, I think they're just like throwing a dart at a board and seeing where the dart lands for these picks. But so far, it's been like generally working out. There's only been those 2 breakpoints at the very start of the match. And overall, like, if Maryland feels comfy on this and they take this, we have a match. It's 2-3 right now. See if Maryland can tie this up.
This is like just totally flipping it on its head, right? Because both of these teams are eyeing each other up, right? It's like Florida's being like, why is this team with so many strong tapping players not picking tapping? Let's pick tapping and see what happens. They win both. And then Maryland, why is this Florida team not picking the aim heavy map with a little bit of rhythm difficulty? Let's go for that, given we won creator. Maybe no mod 1 makes sense because of that. Like, the triples and quads in this map can be a bit tricky, and it's another short map in this pool, so back to these round of 32 coin flips, Dynamo.
And boy do I love the round of 32 coin flips, because that's what makes it fun to watch. We're gonna see the bat ball minus and Gilgamesh roster coming in for Maryland, and this is an aim map, right? And we have Gilgamesh in.
Yeah, Gilgamesh back into this one makes plenty of sense. Bat ball Gilgamesh in for all those no mod maps. Senzak hopping in for his first map of the match.
Welcome.
I believe making his debut as well. This is a debut map, so no mod 1 time.
I don't know if they played for other states, but at least for Maryland or Florida, this is their debuts. And as we get into the map, is amazing background. I love like these backgrounds.
Hello, Yui. Welcome to Chile. I hope you enjoy your stay. Somebody not enjoying their stay early on is the bottom 2 players of Florida. We're already seeing some ag hiccups in the miss from S. here.
Yeah.
And this is one of those maps in this pool that, like, in my head, looks like a triple FC scenario. Senzek as well to drop his combo just a moment after. Gilgamesh to trade it, but an 85k lead in less than a quarter of the map is incredibly scary if you are a Florida
for
fan.
sure. But it is just a quarter, and there's 3 of those left. And right now we have a double FC to 1. But I was gonna say nice recovery for S. but S. does finally break. Good recovery from Gilgamesh, and this is not looking too good for Florida. Already 200k difference. and climbing almost halfway. And this is looking like a really solid pick for Maryland, especially considering those accuracies. All three players above 99%. They did not just get below 99%. There we go. And the accuracies we see 96, 93, and 96 for Team Florida. And this is looking like the most dominant map so far for Team Maryland.
Yeah, I mean, remains to be seen, of course, in our final moments. I feel like every Maryland victory has been so dominant. Of course, you're looking at the 900k on the creator, the 950k on the free mod 2 after the easy mults were taken into account. This is looking like a potential other 900k scenario pending Zensek's final performance here. And I mean, I hate to put this into perspective, but Florida's just getting a little bit three-manned. It's a little bit of struggles here for the consistency on those final ones. It's another 900k lead for Maryland on the near triple FC. Just an early slider break for Gilgamesh, but despite the close scoreline, every Maryland victory has been by leaps and bounds by comparison. So, Florida
For
looking to
sure.
continue playing this game of inches with their next pick to try and confirm a tiebreaker on their side.
Yeah, seems like Florida just like getting the also that third man, but also generally just like those unlucky tourney misses from S dot. Like there's normally a player you would see doing really well on this, but like sometimes you just get those crappy misses, and that is just OC tournaments. Is now Florida's pick to see if they can force tiebreaker against the higher seed Maryland. We are tied 3-3. Or yeah. And I don't know what they pick. Florida? They were doing well on the tapping, so I guess they go into tapping. Like that DT2, maybe the DT1.
Ooh, I would lean. Oh my god, it's DT3.
And they go to the DT3, the one I did not mention. They hate me, I guess.
This is the picks in this match are so insane. Okay, so this is DT3. This is a Kasha simulator. Florida, after losing free mod 2 and banning hidden 2, go, let's go for the next best potential like semi-reading map of the pool. This map featuring lots of old style linears, lots of overlap patterns, and 230
like my kind of
BPM.
map.
230 BPM shins and snap in. So, I'm very curious to see the kinds of comfort that Florida brings to the table on this, because looking at Maryland's roster, this just kind of feels like a ballpark for them.
Yeah, and speaking of ballpark, if this map is like you say it is, Batball is gonna do amazing on this. And I'd be really scared if I was Florida. Definitely should not hold back any punches. I feel like every player on this Florida roster has gotten like their like nerves shaken off. You know, the match is close, but this is the later stage of the match. They gotta lock in. If there's any time to lock in, it is now to force tiebreaker against this Maryland. I would love to see a tiebreaker.
Yeah, and speaking on that tiebreaker, the TP in this round of 32 this year is super heavy on the aim consistency elements, which, I mean, maybe not how the match has shaken out, but at least skill sets on paper. Still looking at S. and Zimby on an aim consistency pick, you're probably in for a bad time. So I'm curious to see how it will all go. This is Florida's final pick. It is up to Akasha Simulator to decide whether or not they get that opportunity on their own terms. This is a near must-win situation. Senzek hopping in for their second map here alongside S. and Simbi for DT.
Yeah, and like, oh man, I have no idea how this is gonna go. Like, I guess we just gotta sit and watch. And sit and watch, we will, as we get into the song. We do see a first break from Senzek. That's okay. It's tactical miss. You're getting a miss early, so you have no nerves when you full combo the rest of the map. Is a goated strategy, and Senzek knows ball. That is exactly what's going on here. Actually traded by Batball. And that is not the player you want to see missing on this kind of map. Sensec does trade again, 2 FCs to 2. General lead for Maryland though, off the accuracy, I believe. Yeah, we got 91 on S dot, 99 on Gilgamesh. Another miss from Sensec is not gonna help Florida at all as we get into this halfway through the map already.
Again, Sensec, I mean, having a rough time, of course. I have not seen him in community tournaments, potentially his first tournament ever. S-Dot's accuracy falling a little bit behind. Florida right now yearning for the double break. Of course, it's a 250k lead to Maryland, but that can fall very quickly with the DT multiplier, especially on that linear section. This is a very easy to over-aim part of the beat map, and it is going to be Minus dropping first.
It was traded by Sensec, but like you're gonna need the 2 breaks from Gilgamesh and Batball to close this, because we are in the last sliver of beat map, and with nearly 300k, I think this one's sealed as a breakpoint in favor of Maryland. Maryland forcing tiebreaker on the breakpoint, 4-3.
Yeah, just one solitary miss for both Minus and Batball in different portions of the map. Accuracy just about even. Gilgamesh closing out that 99.47 FC, highest in the lobby.
Crazy act.
Florida with the double FC, but again, it's just that third man. Despite everything, Florida just falling a little bit further behind. 200k difference, slightly less margin of error in comparison to other Maryland victories, but Maryland fully in the driver's seat now with this final pick. They can decide their own fate in their attempt to avoid this tiebreaker, of course, as the seed lead. Trying to make it count here. I'm still eyeing up this hidden 1, given that Fremont 2 pick, hidden 2 ban, generally a little bit more mod comfort presented there.
Yeah, for sure, but you know, we've never been right about a single pick, I think. So I'm gonna go, like, it's probably just gonna be DT1. We're gonna see DT1.
No,
like,
it's gonna be a map we've never mentioned. It's gonna be
Hard Rock 2. Yeah, it's gonna be Hard Rock 2. Watch.
Bring White Phoenix back. Let minus White Phoenix, like Gilgamesh on Hard Rock 2 or something.
I mean, if you think about it, like, well, Maryland did ban the Hard Rock 1, so I'm not sure if there's much to think about there.
Like, let me double check actually. Oh, no Wi-Fi. No Wi-Fi's only been in for 1 map. He would probably be the 3rd on that HR2.
Put no Wi-Fi in.
Do we have timeouts?
This is crazy.
I
forget.
It is a very important thing, but there's no tiebreakers. Or no tiebreakers. There's no timeouts. Words that start with a T for 100.
1 a.m.
Near midnight for me in the CST realm, but 1 a.m. for all these players.
Yeah, I think maybe they ran out of darts for the board, and they have to regather all their darts to see what they go with. And you know what? I guess I was right. They go for DT1.
They won the creator, I guess. Like, I guess they won the creator. I would, given the last 2 maps, I think I would like to see Melonberries back in. Or like, kinda let MC Conqueror play ball here. I think like Melonberry is generally a little bit more of a consistency player for the Florida roster. Sensec, these early match nerves kind of hitting him a little bit, but it's gonna be S.Zambi for sure. Like, there's no doubt about that. This is a map they've been waiting for, certainly. I was shocked not to see it, but for Maryland's side, Batball Minus, probably no Wi-Fi there.
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe Gilgamesh too, as this is more like the it's more of like a gimmicky DT1 super gimmicky, not only in beat map but in song. I'm low-key excited for this Florida roster because we do see Melon Berries coming in for that third slot, and this is a really solid roster for Florida to try and force tiebreaker. And we do see Gilgamesh coming in for that third slot for Maryland. These are the two crazy. Oh,
Why does Maryland
White
keep baiting?
Phoenix's name?
They keep on baiting. They keep on switching out in the last minute. Okay, Minus is back. Why did we do that, guys? He was already there. Okay.
White Phoenix just wanted to say hi.
Everything is as anticipated then, with Minus staying in the lobby alongside Gilgamesh Batball. This is going to be our core 3 for Maryland. And on the other side, core 3 for Florida. Zimby, S. Grind Fiction. Zimby in for every map this pool has had to offer so far. We'll have to see if it is all for naught as they try to confirm a tiebreaker on one final break point. Florida.
Short map. Oh my gosh. So many short maps in this pool.
Oh yeah.
And because it's so short, any miss will matter. We do see Melon Berries and Gilgamesh kind of trading misses. Melon Berries falling a bit far behind. 2 FCs to 2 right now. Great recovery on Gilgamesh, giving them that score advantage. As these flow all patterns come out and Batball is going to break, that's going to give combo advantage to Florida. But S. trades shortly after. Another miss coming out from Minus, but Melon Berries holding out. It's so close. It's so close, Hubba. We have 2/3 left.
At this point, you're just looking for these recoveries from Melon Berries and S. to hold, because Zimby holding on to this lead is the reason why Florida has won so many maps in this match, and will be the reason why they stay alive in this winners bracket and bring it to tiebreaker if this FC holds. But it's the stream section. Uncharacteristically, Gilgamesh breaking on the stream section of all places.
Quarter left. Florida needs to hold on right now. Those are 2 great recoveries from Batball and Minus for the side of Maryland, but all 3 players showing up in this last quarter for Team Florida. Over 400k. I think we're gonna see a tiebreaker. I think we're gonna see a tiebreaker.
All but confirmed. This is Florida's best showing throughout the entirety of the match. 479k lead to their advantage after getting swamped by the triple 900ks. They finally get their get back, and when they're back against the wall is when they're strongest. It's tiebreaker time. Maryland versus Florida, 14th seed versus 19th seed. We thought this would be a match of consolidated skill sets, and instead it was a dog fight. It was a street fight.
Wheel spin. That's what this was. But finally the wheel lands. Only one spot left on the wheel, and that is the tiebreaker. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it.
I got you, fam. Where is it at?
Go for it.
This is going to be Suiyoku no Kakera by Imi.
Hell yeah.
See? I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
This map is going to be 190 BPM consistency, the map. Have you seen the Hey Lulu map? Great.
Ooh.
You know what this is.
Okay, Hey Lulu has like 8 different styles. We could be seeing slider aim, we could be seeing jump consistency. I think it's jump consistency, mentioning that you did say jump consistency.
Yes, for the most part. It's gonna be very jump consistency for it. There's a couple streams tucked in here, but you should not be missing on those streams out of tapping stamina. It's going to be mostly focused on your flame.
So it's not too crazy.
Yeah, they barely last like more than 15 notes, maybe. They don't overstay their welcome. So this roster immediately curious for me from Florida. Of course, the third player, always up for debate. Zimby S. are a confirmation, but it's Zimby S. Bona ain't sandwich.
Bona may be feeling confident on this one.
I mean, I see the vision. There's no real map in this pool like this map. Which is weird, because this map sort of plays like a traditional Nomad 1, but a bit longer. But there's no map in this pool really quite like this map, and it does lend itself to a different roster here with Bona, who's likely to take that comfort hidden as well for a little bit of a score bump on the side.
And then player by Goat. Brought to you by Hidden Cast.
Brought to you by Hidden Cast. Speaking of modifications, Gilgamesh Batball in the lobby. % chance we see an easy. Okay, thank God.
Nah, we could only dream. We do see the hidden from Bona though.
Yeah.
There's also a non-zero chance Phoenix goes Hard Rock too, but for this low star rating and like the comfortability of these players, this is gonna be a show. Get your popcorn, lean back in your chairs, and we will watch this Amy song. Such a great song.
Yeah, in we go with the triangle aim presenting itself in these early moments with a tiebreaker like this. It's no 10-minute behemoth like we had last year, but you're looking for any sorts of inconsistencies in cursors, any sorts of hiccups to be shown. Right now it is just the accuracy for Florida. This has been a bit of a story of this match. The accuracy on Florida's side, Estat a little bit behind there, but Bona 8 sandwich with the hidden, gonna be bringing it back just a smidge. It's the SS for Gilgamesh, as he has done in previous picks.
Crazy act from Battle as well. This is like 5-minute jump map battle consistency, and we're gonna see it as we get into this build up. Little double coming out there, some accuracy drops. Nobody drops on those jumps though. And man, like, well, yeah, let me see who. So the winner of this match plays the winner of North California versus New Mexico.
Whoa. Okay, so unless we see the biggest upset in United States Cup history, because the winner of this space is North California, but also, like, this is so neck to neck. It's a 6K difference. The mod is putting in so much work for Florida right now.
It really is.
As S-Dot starts to consolidate some of this accuracy. I mean, you have to wonder how this SS is going to begin to affect Gilgamesh's nerves as he finally drops that first 100.
White Phoenix, big accuracy drop on that stream there. You wonder if any of these players are site rating, because generally people leave tiebreakers for the look of the draw, because generally there's long and quote boring to play and practice. But there's a 4K difference, and all these players are seeing this in this break, almost halfway through. This is where nerves will start to kick in, especially if you combo this next section. Your heart's gonna be bumping.
Yeah, my eyes are peeled on White Phoenix and Bona, both players. I believe White Phoenix making his debut as well, and is going to be finding that first drop. The nerves of being put in a tiebreaker in your first ever United States Cup match, a tournament with so much history to its name. Bona putting in the work here with that extra mod advantage as well, and you're gonna start to see this lead skyrocket despite the 100.
The streams do come out. Drop. Bona finds the miss, but they've secured themselves a 50K lead. The accuracies from Maryland are gonna start to kick in here. However, that recovery from Phoenix is gonna be very much in their favor. But that hidden multiplier and that extra combo from Bona is gonna keep them ahead for just a bit longer. To see any other misses, but like these, if you look at these full combos going on right now, these are like the 4 key players for each team. So I don't know how this is gonna turn out, Hubba.
Yeah, I mean, the third player difference here, it's combo advantage White Phoenix by the slimmest of margins, consolidating a bit of that accuracy, but it's eyes on these FCs. Gilgamesh down! Gilgamesh down on the overaim, the triangles.
Gilgamesh dies. As the score lead's gonna increase as we get to more of these streams. You're looking at the hidden on these streams, and Vona, we were questioning it, but Vona is locking in. this this is looking really good for Florida. However, last quarter of the map, they are going to see their advantage. Oh, and I thought I saw it. I didn't mention it, but Essa broke right before. It was a slider break before this break. So actually, combo advantage in favor of Maryland. It's gonna slowly tick down. I don't know if there's enough track left in this race, but that score lead is gonna slowly go down. Both teams need the other to miss if they want to secure it more. But I don't know if this song or map has any more juice in it, or if it's just like this for the rest.
Low key, the hidden mod for Vona was the deciding factor, I think. Like, this 80k lead is very heavy towards this. It's so scary. And this final moment for Papel on the stream.
Papel on the stream. Papel falls down the stairs on the stream, and that may just secure Florida on the back of Zimby once again, being the backbone, the standing solid tree for Florida. That little peninsula in the bottom right of this state, holding on strong, and this is going to be a seed upset. Florida taking the match against Maryland.
Yeah, and this is with Maryland getting near 1 million score leads on most of their victories, with exception to DT3. Maryland putting up phenomenal map performances, but Florida showing up overall, not letting the bright lights dim them. And with that, it's a tiebreaker victory for Florida and a mild return to form. GG's, well played.
Well played.
To the
Shout
new
out
Florida.
Vona with that hidden. We were questioning it, but that, like you said earlier, that hidden was the deciding factor. Basically, White Phoenix and Vona, same combo, relatively same act. The hidden adding almost 100k more score on top of that Zimby full combo. Great performance for both teams, but Florida coming out on top. We'll be playing the winner of North California versus New Mexico.
Yeah,
and Maryland going to the lower bracket.
North California, Florida, on paper to be the next match, is a match we have seen time and time again throughout United States Cup history, especially throughout Florida's run with the podium in that 2018 to 2022 stretch. So very curious and excited to see both new versions of those teams play in potentially next week's pool, but Maryland going to that losers bracket. And of course, another shout out to our winner of the other match tonight, Texas, getting their match 5-1. But that, I believe, is going to be all for us tonight here, Tynamo. Florida in a tiebreaker. I mean, unreal.
Wow. Like, an upset on a tiebreaker, I couldn't have asked for a better USC casting debut match. Thank you all for joining. It was a wonderful match to see. Always gotta clock into the USC matches. Whenever there's close seeds, you gotta clock in.
And one final shout out before I go. This, of course, was a seed upset, but this USC, we do have pickups, so we can see those raw percentage differences. Florida, 12.5% of players picked Florida to win this match. So just to show you the pure dynamics there before we head off here. Florida, all eyes on them as they go into this next round. Good luck to them as they continue on the United States Cup. I've been Hubba, he's been Tynamo. Thank you, Cookies. Oh wait, no, just Keys. Just Keys. This Discord name is trolling me. Keys, thank you for the stream. Rob, thank you for the ref. We'll catch you tomorrow for our continued coverage. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. See ya.